Hello and welcome back to Mad Tech, and we're going to take a final look at the Assessor's emergency stop remote control. Okay, so here's the transmitter, and the only thing new I've done to it is glue on the antenna and give it a good paint. And here is the receiver module, which I've done nothing new to it at all. So for tonight I would just show you the software on the transmitter and the receiver module, just so you can get an idea how it can be quickly programmed for different people. Okay, so the receiver has a USB port at the bottom there to plug it into the computer. And the transmitter has the same thing. It's down a bit of a hole there. And that just allows us to plug it into the computer. So we'll do that now and I'll show you each bit of software. Okay, sorry this is a bit rough and ready. I've not bothered to do any screen capturing. But in your Arduino IDE, you can go down to your serial monitor, which will then bring up your little menu, and from here you can actually change the ID, the group. You can turn the group mode on and off. There's some debugging there as well, and there's also an option to reset the device, and just under that it actually tells you how it's set at the moment. So if you wanted to change the ID, for example, you can just enter 1. And then down here, you'll have to enter in your new number. So that might be 2. Press enter, and then you just change the ID to 2. And the same with the group. In this case, I should set it back to 1. And we're back there. The group mode, again, you can turn it on and off, but you can also do that by holding in the on-off button as well for a quicker way of doing it. And the debugging mode is, turn that on, and it basically just outputs what it's doing. It's just to help, that was really to help me when I was developing it. And that turns it off again. So we'll have a quick look at the receiver now. Okay, so again, we do exactly the same thing. We connect it up, we go to your tools, serial monitor. Once that's up, you've got your menu, and you can set the ID. But the first thing I'm going to do, because we can hear it beeping because it's not picking up the transmitter, is what we can do is we can turn the outer range warning on and off with option 7. And that way I haven't got to keep talking over a constant beeping. Right, so again, set the ID, set the group, very similar to the transmitter. You got inhibit type, standard and non-standard. That's for the particular wheelchairs that you have the inhibit reversed on it, so that means we can be a bit more compatible there. The auto stop timer, you can set that to either 7 seconds or 1 minute, unless you want to get into reprogramming it through the IDE itself. 1 minute might be better, like if you're doing a show or something like that, you want people to be able to go a little bit further away. They go a few hundred yards, they get 1 minute before it stops the actual machine from working, where the 7 seconds, it's pretty much going to stop as soon as you get the alarm. As you say, you can turn the alarm on and off, and there is a debugging section there as well. And finally, there's a reset the device as well on it. And that's it in a nutshell. Well, thank you for watching the final episode. In the future I may add a new one to it if I want to do some upgrades, or possibly even a version 2. I quite fancy the idea of having a rechargeable remote instead of having to replace the batteries. Maybe even a more powerful transmitter version, something like that in the future. But at the moment, that's going to call that it for this project. Thanks for watching. Bye.